Okay, so in this video, I'm going to walk you through using GoHighLevel, how you can create a really good website or funnel for your business, but also funnels and websites that you could sell to other businesses using templates that are already inside GoHighLevel. My name is Adam. I built a marketing agency to over 7 figures, ended up selling it, and since then I have worked with over 100 beginners, getting them to 5K to 10K plus per month with online marketing, typically in the social media marketing space. And one of the tools I now use, which I wish I used years in advance, because I would have saved a lot of time, a lot of headache, and a lot of money, is GoHighLevel. If you sign up with the affiliate link in the description below, which yes is my affiliate link, you will get a free trial to the software, but you will also get some bonuses. You will get a custom snapshot that I'm going to show you in this video specifically about this website template that I'm going to give you. So you're going to learn in this video how to build it out, but also you can just take the template from me. And I'm going to be adding a lot more bonuses throughout. So if you sign up with my link, there will be a lot there for you. Let's jump straight in. All right, so once you're inside your GoHighLevel account, you're going to need to click over on here and make sure you're in the right account first off. So you'll see I've got a couple of sub accounts set up here. I've got my Figure Accelerator account. This is the active account I use to pretty much run my entire business. So I'll be showing you some of that within this video. And then also you're going to see I've got my test account, which I'm going to swap over to in a second. So first, when I'm in my main account, if I come to the left-hand side here and click on sites, this will show me all of my web pages, funnels, and essentially my websites, right? You'll see here, I'm in the funnels tab. This is the main feature I use to build out web pages. I'm sure, of course, you can play around with the websites tab, but this works the best for me. First off, on the left, you'll see this is like all the different pages. So essentially, this is the page somebody starts on, and they go all the way through to the end page from here. I just want to show you this website so that you can get a grasp as to what you can actually do with GoHighLevel. I think this is a very good funnel. It works very well, and I know that because I can see the stats of how many people visit the site and then actually buy the program that I offer. But you'll see here, it's very robust. Like you can do a lot of things here. You can have full bullet point lists of what you do and who you help. You can add in lots of screenshots, testimonials, graphics like this, very easy to add. External links to other web pages. As you see here, if I click this, it'll go to another web page. Okay, this is really useful for me where I've got a lot of results that I need to showcase and I can't fit all of them on one page. So I can essentially use this to put all of my results on one page if people want to go there. Of course, I have checkout buttons throughout so that people can click this and it will bring them down to the actual checkout section of this web page. To show you what else we've got YouTube videos linked here, so super easy. Somebody can click these and it'll start playing this video right away. Same then with some testimonial videos. You'll see these ones are with like the red button from YouTube. These are from Vimeo, so slightly different, but we can link those in directly as well. Okay, nice little check boxes here, and a lot of this has been built out using just very basic templates inside of GoHighLevel already, so you don't need to have any coding experience or anything fancy like that. Okay, so this is an example of what you can build out all within the platform. And to be honest, I've used a lot of different platforms in the past. This is easy to use, trust me. All right, so now you'll see here I've swapped to my test sub account, and this is where I've put together my website template, which I'm going to show you how to build out and how to modify this website for yourself. But you will also be able to get this by using my referral code, my affiliate link to GoHighLevel, which gives you a free trial, of course, to trial the software out and see if it's for you. But it'll also give you the snapshot, which essentially is a fancy way of saying you will get this template added to your account. And if you don't want to use the template I've given you, still watch this video because I'll walk you through how to build out a website, which will be useful for you to know. But also inside of GoHighLevel, you have access to all of these templates. So some of these are pretty much ready to go. Like you can plug and play this into your business. It'll take you a few minutes to update it with your unique info for your business and a couple of links that you might need to change, but it's essentially done from there. These are really good, and how I build out websites and funnels is typically by starting with a template and modifying it then as I go. And as you'll see, you don't pay extra for these. These are just included in the plan. So start the free trial, check it out and see if it's for you. So I'm going to open it up. We're going to click through here and kind of walk you through how to customize all of this to really just set up your website as fast as possible. So once it loads up fully, this is what it looks like. Now, I've put this together in a way that I have found has worked very well for a lot of marketing companies. Whether you sell you're a marketing agency, right? You'll see this is for a done for you social media management agency. You can do this and use this template for any type of business that you have, okay? If you sell physical products, maybe not, but if you're selling anything online, this should work pretty well for you. So we've got a small sub headline here. We've got our main headline here. Again, this is all just text. You can very easily change this around. Super easy to use, by the way. We've got a nice banner here for the video, and then this is where you would put a video similar to how I've put here on my program website that actually starts auto playing the second you come onto the page, which is really unique because it means that when somebody clicks on here, they're more likely to watch this because it actually starts playing, right? So that's something you can do directly in here. Of course, if you don't want to put a video on your webpage, very easy. You can just click the delete button here and that will remove it. And then you can add in something else. For example, click the plus. Let's say you want to just add an image, click add image, voila. You can add it in from there, okay? You'll see here throughout, I've got this link for a free strategy session. And this is actually linked to another page within the funnel, which I'm going to show you here on this video. So when they click that, it'll bring them to the next page, and that's when they can go and actually book in a free call. So we've got a quick about section, essentially what you do, a little photo of yourself, so you can swap this out. How you do it, very important to not just say we do X, Y, and Z. You need to give a bit of a breakdown. This builds a lot of trust to show people how you actually do what you do. I've given you an example of my marketing business. Okay, so my marketing agency, I've taken screenshots of results we had for clients and some content we made for clients and such, and that's where I would display them here, plus then a breakdown of how we actually do that. Okay, so you'll of course change this for your own business depending on what you do exactly, but you'll see this is just a very simple, easy breakdown of what you do and how you do it. Some frequently asked questions. Okay, you want to go for, as you'll see here, let's go back to my program page, come back to the end. You know, I've not just put these together randomly. I've taken the most common objections that I hear from people, whether that's people messaging me on Instagram or maybe on a call that they might have with me. These are the things I get asked. What's in the program? Does this work in this country or that country? How long does it take to get results? How much time do I need? Do I need to know much about marketing or sales to do this? So you want to take the most commonly asked questions in your industry that are specific about the service that you offer and put them here. This button here, again, this would redirect people over to, you guessed it, the next web page, which is going to be where they can go ahead and book in a call. Testimonials, if you have any. Obviously, if you don't have any, okay, you can delete this section. Very easy. Just come up here and click delete. All right. But if you have results, you even have some sample pieces of content that you could show. You could put that all in here and obviously just change this out to basically just describe the piece of content, right? You could take a graphic that you've created, put it here, call this sample infographic for Instagram, and then give a breakdown on why you created this piece, right? Again, this button will redirect to the next page, and then this is where you can add some kind of like standard website info. Not that important, to be honest. Not many people are going to click around here, but just some info, right? Like links to social media pages, your business name, and so on. All right. So that's what it all looks like. If I click the preview button here, you'll see it will save for me. And then we can go ahead and open this up so you can see it live. So that's what it looks like. Pretty clean, basic, to the point, everything you need. All right. We're using this just as a very basic website landing page that you can push people to if they need more information. And it's very important. If you see here, it's going to say unable to find form. Okay, this is where you would essentially, I'll show you in here. Come to our pop-up settings. All right, so the pop-up here, let me click edit. And this is where you would integrate a form. Okay, so this works if you want people to fill out a form first and then be able to book a call with you. If you don't, you could do something different and you could have, for example, a direct calendar integration in here. Or in this case, you can actually just remove it completely, all right? Because as you saw here, we've got these links to the next web page, which will have the calendar on it. So the pop-up, you know, if you don't have it all configured, right, what you would do is just delete it, okay? So essentially just delete it, get rid of it, and then we can just focus on pushing people to this button here, and that will push them then to the next page when they can book in a call from there, all right? So when you click save, oftentimes, it'll actually just show this right away. It didn't show it for me there, and know why, because I didn't make any changes. So I double saved, right? But when you save, it'll show up. And so when you come in here, this is where you can actually give some info. So like, for example, you could put in here business name, and then what you do. We help XYZ companies achieve XYZ results. Okay, this is essentially just the SEO data. So what would appear on Google or a search engine if somebody types it in. And then this here would be, you know, your description of what we do, how we do it. Again, you've already probably written a lot of this with this headline up here and also this text here. So you can copy a lot of this over here. Keywords, if you want to get fancy about this, you can obviously research how to basically put in the best keywords for what you're doing. You know, if I'm a marketing agency, I'm going to go specific. So marketing agency for coaches, right? I can put in like small, just keywords like marketing, right? Instagram. Again, we're not going to go into SEO and keywords here. It's not the point of this, but it's just to make sure that you have all this filled out. Author, you don't have to do this for most websites, but of course you could put in your name. Okay, so let's just do that there. Social image, what this is going to be is essentially if I send a link to this website to somebody on Instagram, most times it pops up like a little preview, a little social image. You know, something like this could work well. You just take, let's say, this image link. So I've just clicked on this image that we had, copied the link here, put the link in, and then that will show. Okay. Links and tags, again, not super necessary unless you want to go deep on SEO. And then once you're done, update SEO, and we are good to go. This will hover, giving you the prompts to go and save it. And once that's done, I'm going to bring you over to the next page from here. So we're going to click back, then we're going to click onto our free strategy call here. So I've already got this set up for you. And what you'll notice when we open this up is we don't have the calendar integrated just yet, because I want to show you how you can go ahead and set that up as well. So super easy. You can of course change this around. What I'm going to do for the case of if you're an online business owner, this is probably going to make the most sense, is we're actually going to remove most of this info here. So we're going to remove the location, the phone. We're going to go just with the email. You'll see in GoHighLevel, a lot of times it has these parameters where you'll set your location and your email in the account settings, and then it will basically auto update on all your web pages. It's a little thing, but personally, I don't really think you need to do that. Okay, you can just go ahead and just set it up directly in here. It'll work the exact same. All right, so like all this info should auto update as you see here, but it's up to you if you want to go and do that. It's easy to do, by the way. So here is your call to action for book your appointments, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to change this over. Again, because we've called it free strategy session on the first page, I want to make sure that, or free strategy call, I want to make sure that we're calling it the same thing on here. Now you'll see that doesn't look too good, right? So this is an example of how you change that. Maybe let's just highlight the text. Let's come over here and let's just simply make it a bit smaller. So we'll go with like 42. Still needs to be a bit smaller, 38, voila. Okay, perfect. As you see, you don't have any calendars set up, so we need to go and figure that out. I'm going to walk you through that right now. Okay, so in your account, you're going to come over to calendars. Okay, let me just show you again how to find this. Okay, so we were just in sites. You're going to come up here to calendars. When you come here, it's going to have all this blank info. So we click go to calendar settings, and then in here is where we're going to go ahead and create it. So you'll see it's got many different options for calendars. I'm not going to go into detail on each one. For example, as you see here, this is good for like webinars, online classes, where you need multiple people to book in for the one time slot. This is what we're going to be using. So one-to-one client meetings, private consultations. This would be if you had like a sales team, 3 people on your sales team, and you needed people to book into the sales calendar, but you wanted it to be distributed between all 3 people. You would use that. We're just going to go ahead with this one, because this is the most basic. So we're going to call it free strategy session or call. Team member. Yeah, so you're going to have to set up yourself as a team member to make sure that this is, of course, going to go to you. In here, I'm going to call this free strategy call. Okay, you'll see this is taken. Reason being is I haven't actually connected a domain to here. So what this means is it's going off of GoHighLevel's domain. So of course, there's somebody else that uses the GoHighLevel domain that has free strategy call. So we're just going to put in some random figures to make sure that it is unique. Cool. We're going to do 30 minutes. Booking availability, let's just do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Cool, let's do 8 a.m. to, let's do it a little bit later. Okay, so once we've set up our calendar, we can then open up to edit more of the details, okay? If you want to add in a little logo to your calendar, you can do that. There's no need, okay? We won't need to do it for this setup. Team member, I've just created myself as Adam Test, the team member. So you can go ahead and set yourself up. You just go to My Staff and click basically create team member. Very, very simple. So once we're done here, this all looks good. You can actually link this up, as you can see, to Zoom, Google Meet, or anything else. It's completely up to you. The way I would do meetings is directly in Zoom or Google Meet. So you can link it up, and this is where then you're going to need to go and connect your Zoom account to have all that set up as well. Okay, so once we have all of this, then we can go click save. Let's check through everything else. Cool. We're going to go into the form. Okay, so the default form, as you see here, is first name, last name, email, phone, and notes. Okay, so what we're going to basically ask from people. So how it works is they select the date and time, and then they fill out the form. So that's how it's done. You could do it the other way around, but it doesn't really make sense to do it that way. It makes more sense to do it this way. Consent box, yeah, this is just to make sure people opt in for you to then contact them, so that's good. If you want to allow people to add guests, you can do that there. The default confirmation page, you know, again, this is pretty standard. If you're running an online business, there are some of this that you of course want to tweak. Okay, so for example, thank you for booking your free strategy call. We're just going to make this to sound aligned. The last thing you want is somebody to book using your calendar, be interested in working with you, and then get confused on the messaging. Okay, so I'm just going to delete this and write one for you. Thank you for booking a free strategy call. So our call will be hosted on Zoom, which you'll receive an invite to in your email to attend. Super simple. And then I'm going to add in some contact info. If you have any questions, here's my email. Okay, let's just put in a random one. Cool. Good to go. If you want to accept payments, you can do that. Again, in this context, most of you don't need to do that. If you do want to do it, you have to, of course, then set up your payment provider like Stripe or PayPal or one of these inside of GoHighLevel. Okay, so click save. Now we're going to go through to the next steps. These are very, very important. Okay, so don't skip through these parts. All right, so appointment booked notifies when an appointment is booked with an earn confirmed status. Okay, so I'll leave that on. Appointment booked, status confirmed. When somebody is successfully confirmed, you may as well just leave all of that in for now. Cancellations, yep, reschedules, reminders. These are just notifications, right? So good to know what's happening. You don't want somebody to book and then not have these set up, and then somebody cancels and you're sitting there waiting for the call. Okay, so let's just leave that there. Rescheduling of meeting, yeah, again, most cases you're going to leave this on. Same with cancellation, so I don't think you're going to need to change this. These are the meeting notes that the person will see. So this will just give them, again, all their info that they booked with, and the cancel and reschedule link as well. Okay, I'm just going to show you how some of these look though, because you might be wondering what this is, how it works. All right. So for example, as you can see, this says the notification is going to be sent after the appointment as a follow-up. So this is, you've had the appointment, afterwards this email is going to be sent from there, and it's going to show you basically who should it send to. So the contact, this is what they're going to get, like feedback. So if you're, for example, running a marketing agency, could you go and add in here, hey, great to speak to you. Here's a link to our website with all of our results, or here's one of my clients that's doing really well right now, put in their social media link. All right, this is something, of course, you can automate. Do you need to do it? Only if you're dealing with a high volume of calls, because most cases you'll personalize this and you'll write it out specifically for the prospect after the meeting. But if you wanted to do this, of course, you could do it. Let me just show you here as well. Let's say this one, so you can see what it looks like. So again, let's go to the contact. So this is what they'll see. These are the details. This, again, I would recommend you customize, and I would recommend you turn on and keep this turned on. For example, you're giving them all the info they need for the meeting, but then you can put in some links like, here's our social media, or here's my past client results, or again, here's a client of mine doing really well. Okay, all of these are really good to have in there to make sure that the person receiving the call is going to know who you are, what you do, and they're ready for their meeting. Last step, customizations. This is just fancy stuff that you don't really need to do, but if you want to, change your colors to red, of course you can do that in here, so the buttons and everything look like that. Now that we've got our test calendar set up, we can essentially come back to this. I'm going to reload the web page, and we should be able to link in our calendar now, and this should be functioning very, very well. So let's just load this up. All right, calendar, Adam's test calendar. Voila, look at that, beautiful. And we've got that bright red that I selected on the last slide. All right, so I click save, and then we are good to go. Again, same as last time, you've got all your SEO here. So it's worth going in here and basically updating this, okay? I'll let you do that yourself, customize it to your needs. Let's take a quick look at our preview. All right, looks pretty clean, right? Again, this background image you can change. You could add even a photo of yourself here, add more info, but this is everything you need for now, right? You can see I can book in, put in my info, fantastic. All right, now, once they book that, it's gonna redirect them to a confirmation page, which I'm gonna show you right away. This is really, to be honest, easy again, because I've set it up for you. So everything is pretty much good to go. It's going to be a very basic thank you for booking in type of web page. All right, let it load up properly. There we go. Great. Now I'm going to change this, and I would go ahead and actually put in your email here. Okay, so I'll let you update that yourself. And then here, this will go back to the homepage. It's always worth having this on your confirmation page, because then they can go back to the very start, because they might have forgotten, like, actually, what does he do again? And they've booked their meeting and now they're lost. So at least now they can click that, go back, and get all the info that they need once again. And so again, you're going to go through here. If you click save, same as before, you're going to need to update the SEO on the left-hand side. Once you do all of that, you are ready to go. The last thing that I need to show you when it comes to this specific template and just funnels in general is that there's a lot going on here, and I want to make sure that you understand how these work. So if I come back to the very first page, this is our home page, you'll see if I click publishing, this is where I can change the name. So let's say I change this to homepage, and the URL. Okay, what this means is, let's say your website domain is adamwalshisgreat.com. Well, now this is going to be like this, because I've just put it in here, right? Dash home. So that's what that's going to look like, dash home. Okay, update step. And I'm just going to update for the 3 so you can see what it looks like, because it should be different for each page. Click on the next one, publishing, free strategy call. All right, all set for you. And then the last one, the thank you page, thank you. Super easy. And then what you can do here is you can click settings, and this is like your overall funnel template, your domain. So this is where you'll add a website domain. So for example, with my website, I've already got that set up here, as you can see. The path, so this is just the default path, don't put people on, don't worry about this, doesn't matter too much. Favicon icon, this is essentially these little images you see up here, not super necessary, but of course you could add one in if you'd like. Tracking codes, this is for like paid advertising. So again, depending on what you're doing, you might need that. And yeah, these are just basic stuff, right? Like credit card, if you want to be able to collect payments on your website. Image optimization, definitely keep this on, otherwise you could add an image to your website that's actually really big, as in it's a big file, and then that'll slow down your website big time. So that's pretty much everything you'll need to know here. You can click through all of this yourself and check it out. So there you go. That is pretty much how you can take my website template, but also know how to edit this and set this up so that you are ready to go. Is this the perfect website for you? I think if you're selling stuff online, it's going to give you a really good start. If you're a marketing agency, coach, consultant, it's a really clean, basic web page funnel that does what it needs to do. So you don't need it to be much more complex than this. So as I mentioned, if you use my affiliate link to go ahead and get access to GoHighLevel, you will get a trial to this amazing software, but you will also get this. You'll get this added into your accounts automatically. So instead of needing to go through GoHighLevel's templates and figure out which one is best for you, and then go ahead and change a lot, because trust me, you will have to change a lot to kind of get it ready for your business. The templates are great, by the way, but they do take a lot of time to set up, a couple of hours at least, from my experience. If If you take this, it's pretty much good to go right away. You just change out a few of obviously the keywords, the titles, the headlines, and you're good to go from there. So if you use my link, this should get added to your account as well. And there will be many, many more bonuses that I'm adding as part of kind of, I guess, my incentive of you using my link versus maybe somebody else's. If you have any questions on this, of course, let me know, and I hope this has made sense so far. So now you know exactly how to go ahead and get my template using the link in the description of this video to GoHighLevel, which will also set you up with your own free trial. So you can try it, see if it works for you, if you like the software, and if you do, fantastic, you can keep it. If you have any questions, please leave them below. And if you're interested in learning more about how I've started a social media marketing business that got to 7 figures and then I sold it, and now I've helped a lot of people build their social media marketing businesses to 6 figures a year, you'll see other videos on my channel which will show you exactly how to do that. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.